In the days of MJs and Marvin Gaye's, fire hydrant sprays, some kids play, time fades away. What can I say, but these days have gone away, so let's stay up at the way, which way we really wanna take. What wish do heroes make, we'll watch his wheel of fate. Big Willie sub-creation, found by imagination.
What's going on, Big Heads? It's your boy Big Willie back with another reaction video. We were going on part two, I shouldn't say episode 2, but part 2 of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We got my cousin S with us, like always. Special guest, my cousin Dominique, the one, the only.
You know.
Only
one.
Free.
Keep it on the hush.
Keep it on the down low. All right, so if you haven't seen the first part, check it out. Definitely. Same thing with this one. Ain't got no video, so it's all audio. We'll watch it. We'll react. So hopefully it comes out dope. But we just gonna jump right into it. They left off at the table read, so let's go.
Figure out how this character would dance. What would be the actual move that hit it perfect?
You got to do it. One last time for me, man.
That final moment doing it together, that was like Will finally making the full acceptance of Carlton, and we're in sync and as one.
It's not unusual to see me cry all the time.
We did 6 seasons and 150 episodes, so it's like...
Yeah, what's crazy is it always seemed like there was so much more material because every episode was so good.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't like lulls where you would like skip over this episode or, oh, we ain't gotta watch that episode.
Yeah.
Things like that. Like, every episode was as good, if not better, as the one before it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finding my favorite moment is really hard.
This is a job for Sherlock Holmes.
Boy.
My favorite episode is Deaf Poets Society.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Raphael De La Ghetto.
The Raphael De La Ghetto was fun for Joe to break character.
Cannon to the right of them. Cannons to the left of them. Cannons in front of them. Volley and thunder.
Talk about ham acting. That's brilliant.
One of my most memorable moments was in the first season when you guys blackmailed Hillary. I was really worried about how people were going to feel about Hillary all the time. And I'm like, they're just going to hate her, they're going to hate her, they're going to hate her. Which was true, and I found out just how much in that episode.
That's awful. Is he making you clean his room?
No.
Will you clean mine?
Do you remember the audience?
I do remember the audience, yes.
They started stomping out there. That's so bad.
A lot of sitcoms just had to, they have the laugh knob that they would turn up. And there were moments on the show where we had to dial the laughter back.
Yes, Trevor!
Will you marry me?
The Trevor moment was another one of those, sustained laughs.
I ain't no bungee expert or nothing, but I don't think he's supposed to be slamming into the ground like that.
I had my first kiss on the show. Like, my first actual kiss.
Which I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
No.
It's funny because I thought I completely forgot about that scene right there.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh no!
When she said first kiss, I automatically assumed the episode with Tevin Campbell.
Yeah,
that's the first one that came to mind.
Yeah, that's the one you would think about. But do you remember this one? Because then after like they kiss, she's like, can I blow in your ear? And then she's like, I need to know everything you need to know about sex. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
I think I'd feel better if I could kiss you.
I was so nervous, and we're about to do the scene.
Is it terrible that I want to kiss you back?
And I swear to you, I see Alfonso, Will, and Karen peek out from behind the camera like, oh.
Can I blow in your ear?
That was all so, like, I was 11 having, like, breakdown, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this because I'm
thinking of you doing that as an 11-year-old.
You gotta act like you got this tick, right? The army did this experiment on you, right? It just went terribly wrong. You're like, back up! Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
Back up! Mind your business, that's all. Just mind your business.
Me Getting Tossed Out was written into the very first show that I did. When it aired, everybody loved it.
When do we eat here?
We eat here later. You eat here never.
Looks like you eat here often.
One day we filmed maybe about 150 takes of me getting tossed out of the house. I think they didn't want to torture me anymore, so that's the reason why they started using the same shot. And then that became a thing, that every time I walked into a scene and I had that shirt on, the audience kind of knew what was coming up.
You know the drill.
Uh-oh.
My favorite moment, I think, and there's so many things, but.
You remember the episode where they threw Will out of the house?
Yeah.
They kicked Will.
No, I don't think I remember that episode.
Will was at Jazz's place, I think, and he got thrown out.
Okay.
But one that comes to mind right away is my favorite. Is when you lost your mind and dragged yourself across that floor.
That's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite
and
scene.
into the. That was, I think, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my life.
Oh my God, she's still up there!
I don't know what you were doing.
What got into you?
No. But what? How do you know how to do that?
There's a lot of things that I do that I don't know how to do.
The scene was set up perfectly for it. And I was like, let's just break the fourth wall and go absolutely crazy. Never before had those moments
be allowed to be
on
the
TV.
That was a serious no-no. You don't break the fourth wall in sitcom television. I'm telling you, that breaking of the fourth wall with the audience, that's a really special part of that connection that we had with the audience.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
What is her name?
Vivica Fox.
Oh, that's what it is. I was like, I can't think of it. I know she was bad. There was a lot of big name celebrities that were on this show.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah,
probably when they were first starting out too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like he got some people. He got Heavy D on there. He had Bo Jackson on there. Yeah. Bo Diddley. Bo Diddley. Oh yeah, Elena Holyfield. This was and that Naomi Campbell on here, and
they use a lot.
Tyra Banks is first.
Tyra Banks.
They use a lot of them in the same show.
Huh?
Yeah, they use a lot of the same actors in like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of different shows too.
Yep.
They even had what's the name? I forget her
The
name.
girl from
Maya, Gina.
Yeah. I'm still sitting on a tricycle, girl, getting on my nerves. Going out of my mind, I thought she was fine. Don't know if her body is hers. Oh, that was my episode.
Campbell.
Yeah, that's it.
Susie Campbell. Yeah, they have some big name people on here.
Mm-hmm. That's because of Quincy.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
Yeah, it does. Yup.
It makes sense now.
Yeah, it does.
There's something different about you.
Those episodes. That was the first episode of the new season.
It had to be Jazz to do that.
Yeah.
It had to be.
It had to be. Maybe we'll touch on that.
Yeah.
And then Will looked at the camera holding little, what's the name?
Nikki.
Yeah, little Nikki, little baby Nikki, like.
We so rich. Why we can't afford no ceiling?
That was cute.
Like that relationship with the audience, it was like they were in on the joke with us.
I always felt like the audience appreciated
Being brought in.
let in.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're watching this and it's written, wink, wink.
And while we're on the subject,
It's kind of fly, right? Don't you wish you lived on TV?
When we were doing the show, I have to say, I always felt like it was just us and the audience that was present. I had no sense of millions of viewers beyond that, let alone decades and generations after that.
I just want to sit here and watch a little TV.
There was 3 shows. It was Monday Night Football, it was Monday Night Movie, and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
People would leave Monday Night Football, go over to that other channel and watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It's like a beautiful underdog position where you're not really expected to win. You're not going to beat Monday Night Football, but we enjoyed the Rumble.
Now it's on.
People.
Did you realize? I didn't realize it came out on Mondays.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I mean, I was too young.
We were too young.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Because like when it was over, like this last season, I was 10, so I know I was definitely watching it. But
I think you guys were watching it after, like in syndication.
Yeah, that was too far back.
Yeah, you guys started watching it like to actually watch it and know
watch it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
When we were in high school.
Yeah, when it was in syndication, like when it was just not in syndication, you know what I mean? When it was off air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And playing repeats. That's when y'all started to like really actually watch it and get into it and say the lines and try to act like Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
So
Yo baby, yo baby, yo baby.
Loved watching the show, which meant a lot because they didn't have it on their phones. So you had to actually watch it to see it. And then the next day you would have to read about it in the newspaper.
I realized that this show was bigger than I could have ever expected when there were 80-year-old grandmothers that would come up to me and say, Jazz. That freaked me out because I didn't correlate that people were recognizing you from the television show.
One thing special to me about the show was we all had a really unique and distinct fashion sense.
I didn't realize how much freedom we had when it came down to the clothes.
We always wanted to have the hottest stuff on, you know? We were always trying to find what was the hottest new thing.
It isn't as easy as it looks.
This was a very impactful time in pop culture where, you know, you wanted to be fly.
And it's a little something I put together.
Jordan would send over the new Jordans 6 weeks before they were coming out.
You don't realize you're wearing a pair of Jordans that this picture is circulated among sneakerheads.
Those are the ones I wanted. The purple one?
Yeah.
The ones with the purple?
I think those came out recently too.
Yeah. Those are the ones. Like, yo, if I just got those.
Didn't you show the house? Remember you can rent the house or for whatever. And
Yo,
you had all the
you can go on Airbnb and rent the house for $30 a night.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So the 30th, but it's all the way in California. Bel Air. I was like, dude, we can go. $30 a night. You stay there. You got the pool. You can stay in their rooms.
$30 a night. I'll live there.
Yo, for real. I was telling Essence, I was like, I want to go. I want to do it. And she's looking at me like I'm crazy. Ain't nobody making that trip. I'm like, yo.
And definitely not going all the way across the country in damn California.
I'll stay inside. We don't need to go anywhere.
Not with this room now.
No, the vid.
No, the vid.
And if, we can get round trip tickets for like $50.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd be happy if we had a jet,
That's a
like a
chance I'm
private
willing
jet
to
or
take.
something. You know what I mean? You know, it was just us. But, we got to be on with some nasty foot Pams all up in the goddamn all up in the plane and stuff, coughing and shit. Yeah. With bum bumps and all kinds of stuff. Sitting next to you, coughing and shit, stuff.
Yo, what, shoot. The Styles, because this came out early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
We watched this, really watched it, early 2000 or high school.
Yeah.
2000.
Around that,
But, we obviously watched it before, but the style difference was totally different.
Yeah.
The stuff that they had on, we had, but it was wasn't as bright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the colors were just vibrant,
Yeah.
bright green and orange.
But I remember,
purple.
before high school, we had all bright colors too.
Yeah.
Orange jeans.
They have some outfits.
And purple
Yeah.
jeans with my yellow and blue, one yellow sock and one blue sock.
Looking like Punky Brewster.
Looking like TLC. You know what I mean?
Looking back at them old pictures, you're like, what was I wearing?
Exactly.
What was that?
What kind of hairstyle is this? I had a thing with one barrette sticking up in here. What the heck is this?
Yeah, that's the one bar.
I didn't have a lineup.
Right.
It had a tail.
My mom cut my hair.
They had one tail.
She did a good job, though. She did a good job.
She's watching.
If she's watching, she did an amazing job.
Yeah. Yep.
She brought me in this world. She can take me out.
Anytime.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air is a bigger hit now than it was ever before.
Yes, it's the cast, and the cast is fun to watch and all of that, but I think it's the idea of it as the part that I think translates to so many different places.
For years, I've had people come up to me and say, this show was my favorite show, and now it's my son's favorite show. And I think The Fresh Prince of Bel Air had a lot of impact.
The way the week would work, we'd come in on Monday, everybody's there, writers, producers, director, everybody, and we read the screenplay.
Why don't you, Mom? It's all hollow and meaningless anyway. So, did I say it right? I didn't.
We'd come in on Tuesday, and we'd kind of block it and we'd work it, but it was our time.
Is he really wearing
Those might be his clothes.
I was like, is he really wearing that, or is that?
They said
They
they
had
had
cable
freedom. They said they had freedom with what they could wear, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. Holyfield. That's the Christmas scene right there.
To present our ideas and our thoughts, and hey, what if it was like this? What about that? That Tuesday and Wednesday would be a beautifully collaborative period where the actors would find the soul and the truth of the moments for these characters.
The idea that we, as a black show on TV, one of three at the time, right? They weren't really us in the writer's room. Right. And as an actor, you never had a voice. You never had a voice in the room. You were a puppet who was told what to do, say this line, move over here.
At some point, the producers and the writers wanted to make Hillary a strong black woman. They wanted to see that switch in her. And then I felt like, there are some people who are just flawed and see things a certain way, and you can learn a lot from them too.
Look, I'm a career woman. I don't have time to dust and push around that
what do you call that big loud thing that sucks up everything?
We were able to.
So you see her outfit that she was wearing, the black. I guarantee you that was during Michael Jackson's Bad videos, like Bad Days.
You think so?
Yeah, I know something similar like that.
Yeah. The freaking leather.
Because I know during our Thriller reaction, we talked about how he had that red jacket. Everybody had the red jacket.
And stuff, pockets and stuff all on it.
Then he switched it up. He went to that bad look, and everybody had the black leather jackets and stuff like that.
You can pull out leather.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Kevin Hart saying this new stand up. My daughter, that black dude came in with the leather pants.
Oh.
It's like, I forgot about the other two.
To share the experience, the real experience, and gave those writers our perspective.
Yeah.
You can put your hands down, Jazz.
No way. Dude's got a gun. Next thing you know, I got 6 warning shots in my back.
Yeah, that's still true. That's sad. I mean, it's funny. That's a funny episode.
It was funny back. It was funny
back then, but it was true.
Once you realize the relevance.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get older, you didn't realize the relevance right at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but now, yeah, you definitely know.
Dude's got a gun. 6 warning shots in my back.
Even in the courtroom.
Right?
Right?
With the Bible.
Dude's holding the Bible.
When we did the courtroom scene, there was a level of truth to it. That's the reason why they wrote it. I'm putting my hands down now.
Part of the power of what we would always do with the Fresh Prince, there would be very powerful ideas under the jokes and under the comedy.
You can wear the t-shirts, you can put up the posters, and you can shout the slogans. But unless you know all the history behind it, you're trivializing the entire struggle.
That is one of those things that I think kind of makes people understand just how groundbreaking this show was.
It is as relevant today as it was 30 years ago, unfortunately.
Whenever we would come across moments that they wrote that was like, this wouldn't happen.
Right.
Black people don't do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday is what made this show special because we made sure that we were authentic every episode.
I had spent a career being on shows that showed the variety of the Black culture, showing that we were not just a monolithic group of people with one idea and one lifestyle. And when I got here, we had the freedom to express to the writers the cultural aspects of what they had in the written word.
I remember a table read one Monday, and there was some line that they had given Tatiana to say, and I said, excuse me. If Tatiana says that to her daddy, she'd lose her teeth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, culturally, we don't do that.
Right.
James used to sit where you're sitting.
Yeah.
Those Jameses.
During those note sessions.
Yeah.
And that is where I learned that what we do is not for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about us. We are here to bring dignity, to represent, to expand, to push forward. And I learned that here at his feet.
This one takes the cake.
James is the heart of the show.
I love you, Uncle Phil.
We knew that he knew the answers or could guide folks to the answers.
Carlton, sit. As you wish, Father.
James had a very deep love of jazz music, and I would spend a lot of times in his dressing room, and he would give me jazz CDs.
You know, he got his Billie Holiday picture up on the wall, little Charlotte Bird Parker. You know, boy, I'm telling you, this man got mad flavor.
The music that was coming out of his room was always just amazing.
Ashley, honey, this is possibly the most beautiful music ever written.
He was my teacher. I learned what it means to be an artist from him.
Learning that there's other works, there's other arts out there that would help you understand yours even better.
I was watching this Robeson documentary, and James used to bring up Paul Robeson. He introduced me to Black art in ways that I wouldn't have gotten that education anywhere else. And I'm watching this documentary, and they're talking about him singing Old Man River, him changing the word from nigger to darky, how hard he had to fight for that one word. And then when you think about, and it wasn't that long ago, so you think about that, you think about all the shows that came before, and I'm just talking about television.
Every little step.
And now what we see, it's such a privilege to be a part of that.
Yes.
You know, that.
Can't do that.
That was deep.
Yeah. I don't want to interrupt her.
Yeah, that was deep. At least, they had somebody to teach them that, especially her at a young age.
Yeah, she was what, 10, 11?
Yeah.
Even seeing life at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. But I guess he taught her so much. He taught all of them so much. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that they could bring reality to the show, not just what someone wrote on paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had the freedom to say, no, this is not how we would do things. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows you can't talk to your parents any old type of way.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be looking.
I got scars. I got scars still. I still got marks.
Battle scars.
I survived.
She just cut her hair from some of the back. Shoot.
The switches. The amount of switches I picked off one tree, you would have sworn that tree would have been dead.
This was full of switches. The whole bush was switches.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Go out there and pick one of them switches.
Yeah, I remember one time Poppy told me, he was like, yeah, go over there and pick one of them switches out for me. I'm all like, oh, okay. Skipping over there to grab one. I was like, this one. Of course, I grabbed the biggest one.
Yeah.
And got hit with it after.
See, the big ones
weren't that bad.
The big ones weren't that bad. It was the skinny ones.
Yeah, my mother.
The skinny ones, and then she used to leave the top of the leaves on there.
No, my mother.
The three, once you leave them 3 leaves on the top,
yeah,
it's like a whip. It's like a whip, and them 3 leaves just say.
They grab you.
They grab you.
You get hit with the thing, and it's like.
Yeah, they should.
Taking chunks out.
They just grab you like that. But before they cut them bushes, she said, "Come on there and pick one of them switches out there."
Yeah, the first time I had no idea. I was like Dominique. The first time my mother was like, "Go downstairs, go on the tree, go get a switch. And it better be green on the inside."
Yep. They would take the bark off, the brown part off to the beat. Oh my God. Woo!
No.
I just be like, who's getting beat now, man?
Yeah, I remember after that first time I went on that tree, I broke every switch off that tree. Now you get new money.
Every time we used to go to the park, you know how like the other house on the other side, and it grows out towards the street? Man, I used to go by when the park and just break them branches off. So
you gotta pick them. You gotta pick your poison later.
There's no more out there. Then she got hip to that, and then the leather belt was up there on the little Dixie cup holder. Everybody's name on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I ain't never had to deal with that one, thank God.
Oh, that
Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you a story.
All right, so I think this is a good spot to stop it. We a little bit less than halfway through.
Yep.
So, you guys got any final comments, thoughts? We'll pick it back up here.
No, I'm ready for part 3.
It's good though. It's going good. I definitely enjoy this. This reunion is bringing up so many. I'm waiting for the
memories.
We're in the middle of Uncle Phil right now, so I'm waiting for that episode.
But it's like jogging my memory of a lot of things. I haven't watched it in years.
Oh no,
really? Yeah, that YouTube.
I still watch it. It comes on TV. I watch it every morning. I haven't touched the DVDs in forever. It comes on TV so much.
I don't see it.
You know what's funny is my foster brother Jay that I shoot the other reactions to or watching like the animes and stuff, he has never seen an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which is it like drives me crazy because this show is so important. And I don't want to speak for both of us, but this show was so important for us growing up. I think
definitely was.
It definitely like taught us so much. Like I don't know, I still go over. I noticed you noticed me, and I just want to. I just want to say I noticed you noticed me. I just want to put you on notice. All right, man. Next time, peace.